Hey folks, and welcome back to Pattaya. It's been a busy couple days. Wanted to do an update on V and her condition, and I don't know. I really feel she's kind of gone from bad to worse here. She is currently in the hospital, admitted to the hospital in Chonburi. But let's go back a couple days. Like I said, this all unraveled over the last few days and started on our trip to Sriracha here on Sunday to speak to the doctor about her test results. We just got out of the doctor's office at Sunday. I guess, I don't know. I guess we got some decent news. Not the best. Apparently it hasn't spread to the bone, but the tumor's a lot bigger than what they thought. They thought it was 1 to 2 centimeters. Today he says 10 centimeters. She's got a biopsy tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, at the Chonburi Hospital, so we got to go to that. She's been complaining of a lot of discomfort in her legs, pain in her legs. And the reason for that is apparently this tumor is pushing on her spinal cord. So that's where the pain in the legs is coming from. So a lot of what he said makes sense. He gave her some probiotics, things to help her, I don't know, bowels and digestion, things like that. So we'll go for this biopsy. I guess that's the final determinator to see if it's actually cancerous or whatever, and if they will do a surgery or what. So I guess we're making progress, but I think she was very receptive to what the doc told her today, and I think it all made sense to her. He explains things very well. Apparently this biopsy is done with a big long needle. They just like shove a big long needle in and pull it out and test. I don't know. So it sounds like it's quick, but it also sounds very painful. I don't know. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll see. We got to go to Chonburi Hospital tomorrow. We're going home for now. So it's Monday about 9 a.m. I just dropped V off across the street at the Chonburi Hospital. She's supposed to have a biopsy today. Her daughter's with her, and I don't know how long it's going to take. I've just come across here to we had to leave early. We left at like 7:30 this morning. Came across to this little cafe called Carpe Diem, which in Latin, of course, means seize the day. A phrase that I agree with. Nice little cafe. They had a 100 baht special here that I got, which gives you a hot beverage of your choice and a couple little snacks. Very nice. The one glutinous rice thing almost was like a bread pudding, but I guess it's not a rice pudding, but it's rice fashioned into a bread pudding. Anyway, very nice. And an egg tart. So she'll have this biopsy today. That will determine if the tumor is cancerous or not. But regardless of whether it's cancerous or not, it's got to come out. I've just watched the last 6 weeks really. But even since her accident and when she was initially diagnosed with a mass in her liver, I've just watched her go downhill almost daily. And just about 3 or 4 days ago, she mentioned she started having pain in her legs, and it's gotten worse, progressively worse. And then this thing's pushing on the spinal cord, creating that pain. I don't know what's going to happen. In a week, she might not be able to walk. She's lost 7 kilos. Probably in the last month, which is a lot for her. That's real close to 10%. Actually, it's over. She was like 67 kilos, now she's like 60. So it's over 10% of her body weight that she's lost, and not doing any exercise and only eating boiled rice and vegetables. She's had this thing for the last week or so now where if she goes out and she smells food, she gets an upset stomach, like it's a nauseating smell for her to smell food being prepared or raw food, any kind of food, especially garlic for whatever reason. And basically all she eats is some boiled vegetables and some rice. Not much, but she lays around and spends a lot of the day in bed. To lose that kind of weight, something's wrong. I don't know much about all these procedures and what's going on, but I'm just watching her almost daily kind of degrade. It's very sad. This thing, whatever it is, I know it has to come out. So hopefully they do this today and then make some kind of speedy arrangements to have this removed. I think that's her only way forward. It went from a 1 centimeter spot to a 10 centimeter tumor, which I guess is about maybe the size of a golf ball or something like that. That's rather, I think 10 centimeters is rather large. to where it's pushing against the spinal cord. I don't know. I don't know. She's noticeably more gaunt, and she's lost that weight. It's just, it's tearing her apart, I know. So we'll see what happens today. I don't know how long we'll be here. I don't know if it's something they test on the spot or we're going to have a whole litany waiting for this. I just don't know. Apparently it's very non-invasive. They stick in some kind of big needle and extract a piece and then put it under a microscope or test it or whatever. So we'll see, but she's not really able to do much. These trips to the hospital, and you know, we have an hour ride to get up here to the Chonburi area, which is generally where we've been seeking all this, and then an hour ride back, and then usually we're up here in a couple hours. It's a half day or better, and when we get home she's just spent. I'll show you. A couple people have, just yesterday, one of our subscribers, a lovely couple from Bangkok. We've actually been to their restaurant before in Minburi, just a great couple. They brought V by a gift basket, but she was already just sound asleep. Going to the doctor yesterday really just wore her out. And our friend Lana at Phalang Thai Visa also brought a gift basket the other day. So the little things have been incredible, and the support and the well wishes, that's all been fantastic beyond anything I or she would ever expect. It's just been very, very hard on her. Whatever this is, it's really doing a number on her. So it's not better news. It's been very hard even just to get time to do an update, because like I said, it's kind of this gradual process. It just kind of gets worse day by day. So since this morning at about 9 o'clock in the coffee shop, I've been running all day. They decided to admit V. She can't have the biopsy till tomorrow. She'll get that around midday tomorrow. She's admitted. We went through a whole thing with that. I had to drive all the way back home with her daughter Mika, get a bunch of stuff, then drive all the way back up here. She's all checked into a room. Now this room is a private room. You pay extra for that. It's not covered. Her insurance doesn't cover anything to do with cancer treatments or going to the hospital pursuant to a test or surgery or anything for cancer. It has nothing. It won't cover anything to do with cancer. The first hospital visit in Jomtien, she was actually there pursuant to an accident, which it does cover. This isn't covered, but you get this room. It's not a bad room. It's a little dated, but it's private. It's a private room. Everything's decent enough. There's even a little sofa. Mika's going to sleep there with her. 1,800 baht a night, so about 50 bucks. About 50 bucks US, and she's got this room. And the nurses there seem, wow. There was 2-3 of them in there doing all kind of stuff. The nurses seem top notch. They have visiting hours here. You're only allowed to come certain times. I think 5 to 6 or 10 to 1. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. something like that. So this whole area is the sprawling Chonburi hospital grounds. Looks like they're building another new building here, but it's just all spread out. I'm in the parking garage. I'm getting ready to drive home finally. It's about 5 o'clock, I think, maybe 4:30. Just last week she lost 3 kilos in 1 week. So they're going to hook up to an IV. I think that's better for her. And they're more equipped to take care of like all the side effects and symptoms she's having pursuant to all this, like the leg pains and things like that. So we'll check in on her tomorrow. I'll be up here every day till it's done, and we'll see what's going to happen. Yeah, I did speak to V this morning on a video message. While I was doing that, a transformer blew up, so I had some other things for this video, just didn't have time to edit it at all. It lost power for about 3 hours this morning. But anyway, I'm glad they have these hospital room upgrades for V. She's very comfortable in there. We will follow up again later at another episode, but for this one, got to go ahead and leave it off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.